he was less than a man.
More so disappointment than anger is how 76-year-old Queen Walters feels about the man caught on camera stealing her purse. Preparing for shoulder surgery tomorrow, she went to Walmart for a quick errand. Here, you can see how she began to feel sick, sitting in a motorized shopping cart. A bad reaction between her diabetes medication and painkillers would eventually leave her unconscious.
She came over and woke me up. I said, "What happened?"
What happened was this. A man shopping in Walmart sees Walters passed out. He walks away and then returns, this time to steal her purse. He goes through the checkout lane, even walks right out with it on his arm.
Do you believe that happened? Is anything off limits? Our thanks to Tamara Gibbs from WTVD for that. Mike Brooks is here, HLN law enforcement analyst. And Mike, we talked about it. It makes you wonder if anything is off limits.
Can you believe that?
No.
I watched this earlier, Susan. I went back to my office. I looked at it again. I got even more ticked off.
It makes you angry.
I still want to get my car and drive right up 85 and go to Roxborough, North Carolina, and find this guy myself. I hope they take his picture, and I hope they blow it up and put it on billboards throughout the state until they find this guy. Because you know what? He can run, but he can't hide. He can stay in his house all day long, but he's got to come back out again. And Roxborough's not a big town. It's just a little bit south of the Virginia border. It's west of I-85, a little bit north of Durham. But I tell you what, the more we play this, the more probability is, it's not a matter of if, as I always say, it's a matter of when this guy gets locked up. And I hope, Susan, he gets locked up and he goes in jail, because even hardened criminals, there's two things they don't like. They don't like people that abuse kids and prey on the elderly like this guy. $300. This woman, she doesn't have a lot of money. And he took her purse.
She's falling ill.
Right, 76 years old. She had a reaction with her pain medication and her diabetes medication because she was having shoulder surgery the next day. This guy, there's a special place in hell for people like this.
If this guy's watching, you want to be locked up. You don't want Mike to come out there and find you. In your experience, Mike, does it ever come a time where a criminal like this kind of sees his face and does turn himself in? Do you think that'll happen?
There's a good possibility. There was a guy who was wanted for a child abuse case. He put his picture up in Philadelphia one time, and some citizens saw him, and they chased him down and beat him down the street. And the commissioner, Chuck Ramsey, a good friend of mine, he went out and gave the guy the reward himself.
Wow.
So I tell you what, but the people of North Carolina, they have stepped up, Susan, to try to replace the money for this woman, because everybody feels sorry for this woman. And, we look at this number. If you recognize this guy, if you know who he is, you think you know who he is, call the Roxborough Police, 336-599-8345. That's the tip line. We want to get this guy behind bars.